welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be on this emerald green smoky eye makeup look. Perfect for nights out, so you know, day-to-day shopping. So I didn't do a talk through, it's just gonna be a voiceover because I literally just sat down and just was like, just gonna see what happens. So yeah, that's about it really. But yeah. I feel like I look, it's like that awkward length where I look like Harry off Dumb and Dumber. So excuse my hair. I'll see how to get this makeup look and keep watching.
Okay, so to start off, I'm going to be priming my eyelids with MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, going from my lid right up to my brow, and this is just going to make sure that all the colours are more vibrant and my eyeshadows won't crease and it'll stay on all day. And then I'm just going to set it with some translucent setting powder. You could use a cream colour eyeshadow or whatever. And then I'm going to be using the Maybelline Brow Satin Eyebrow Pencil, and I really like this. It gives a more like natural brow, but one side is a pencil and one side is like this sort of sponge tip, and you just press it against your hand or wherever, and then the product comes out as more of like a powdery consistency. And then I'm just putting that through my brows just for a more feathery look. I found it like really easy to work with as well. I like this one, and I also like the NYX micro brow pencil as well. Those are really good dupes for things like the Anastasia brow wiz and stuff like that. And then I'm just using my little spoolie just to comb through the brows. And then going into my Morphe 350 and my MAC 224 brush, I will be putting this in my crease. It's just like a warm orangey brown shade, tapping off the excess, and yeah, just focusing that in the crease. And then once I have less and less product on it, I buff upwards to my brow just to make it nice and blown out and for a nice gradient. Just building up the colour, and this is a good transition for this look because warms really go with green nicely. And then taking the 35B palette from Morphe, I'm going to be taking these greens. The Morphe palettes are quite inconsistent with the formula because yeah, it's I think it's like owned by another brand or something. It's just like private labeling, so the shadows are not all amazing. So if you have other nice green eyeshadows that are better than this, I would just use them, but it's all I had to hand. So I'm just taking sort of all those three matte green shades with my Zoeva 227 brush, putting that through my socket, not going too high, and then I just go back and forth with the orange shade and my fluffier brush to blend up the edges. And then I'm going in with Make a Peak Envy eyeshadow, which is a dark green. Taking that with my Bdellium Tools brush and just focusing it on the outer V of my eye, taking it slightly into my socket and just buffing back and forth, side to side. Not taking it too high because you don't want to take the dark too high. And then I just use some of the other green eyeshadows in a minute just to blend up the edges so you don't have any harsh lines. So for the lid colour, I'm going to be taking Urban Decay Zodiac Moondust eyeshadow, which is a very glittery eyeshadow. It's best used with your finger, but because I have like these talon things on, I'm going to be using a flat brush and just wetting my brush with some MAC Fix Plus. You could use water, you could use eye drops, anything like that for a cheaper alternative, or any setting spray that you have. And then I'm going to be going back in with the Envy colour from Make a Peak on a little more precise fluffy brush from Morphe. This is the M507. and just going back over the shape where I created the darkness before, so it's the outer V, and then just going right in the socket above the glittery eyeshadow just to buff it out, because it is a glittery eyeshadow, so it's a little bit harder to blend out, but yeah, this shadow works fine with it. And then just taking the green shades again, buffing out the edges with my Zoeva 227 brush, I think it is, yeah. And yeah, you just want to keep going back and forth just to create a more seamless look. You don't want any harsh lines. And then I'm going to be taking MAC Nylon just to highlight the brow bone. I take this on a little pencil brush, and then I highlighted my inner corner as well. For a liner, I'm going to be using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. This is my first time using it, and it is so good. It just didn't crack or anything. It was just nice and matte, really pigmented. And yes, my new favourite. So if you're looking for a new liquid liner, definitely check this out because it's amazing. And then I'm just doing a little sort of flick in the inner corner as well. But I was completely out of frame, sorry, so I didn't catch that. But I'm going to be using the Kiko Intense eyeliner. This is like the green one on my waterline. And then I'm going to go in with the embrollise moisturiser on my whole face. This is a good moisturiser before makeup. It says on the back of it, like, you can use it before makeup. Just sets into the face really, really nicely. And then I'm going to be using my Graftobian Warm Foundation Palette. This is really good for makeup artists. If you're a makeup artist, I would get this. They're all really, really pigmented. So you only need a little bit. So the palm sizes do look really small, but don't be fooled. They go a long, long way. I've had this palette for like a year, I think. And I still have all those shades left. So I'm just putting this on first with my flat foundation brush, and then I just take my Makeup Geek foundation brush just to buff that all in. It's just like a flat top brush, and yeah, just in downward strokes, buffing motions. And then I also use the same palette to contour, so I use one of the warm shades just on the hollows of my cheeks, hairline, nose contour, chin, jawline. By doing these lines on your forehead and your nose and everything, it just helps make everything recede backwards, so it's going to make your forehead look smaller, your cheekbones look more, you know, sucked in, and your nose look slimmer. So just to blend that in, then I'm going to be using the Beauty Blender Damp. I'm just pushing it into my skin. I'm not buffing or swiping or anything. Just press it into the skin and you will get the most flawless finish. And then, yeah, you got to get that neck. You got to, you know, contour that chin because I don't want any double chins popping out. Then I'm going to be concealing, highlighting with the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in L9 Neutral. This is amazing. Oh my god, where's it been all my life? It's like full coverage, and yeah, you won't be seeing any eye bags with this, let me tell you. Just going underneath the eyes, forehead, bridge of the nose, cupid's bow, round by my mouth, you know. And this is just going to bring light and bring those parts forward, and it just creates like more dimension to your face, makes you look more snatched and, you know, skinny. So just being careful around by my eyeliner, but just pressing it in with my Beauty Blender. I don't want to swipe or anything, I just want to keep pressing it in. This will just make the product melt into your skin better and make it look flawless. Absolutely flawless. Okay, so then to set it, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Lock-It Translucent Setting Powder with a different sort of dry Beauty Blender. And yeah, I just like to press this powder into my skin. I don't know whether it's just me or does this powder have a little bit of a sheen to it. Let me know if you've used it, because I don't know, I just feel like it makes me look like I got a bit of a sheen to my face. So I don't know whether I'll use it again to set my whole face. This is my first time using it. But yeah, I'm just going to set the rest of my face with a powder brush. And I like to press it on first. You don't want to go straight in with powder and just like wipe your face vigorously, because then it'll just move all the product around and it'll be patchy and it'll be like a hot mess. So yeah, you want to tap it on first, and then you can sort of dust away everything and sort of brush it a bit more. And then for bronzer, I'm going to be using the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzer in Sunny on a duo fibre brush. And this is such a good bronzer. It is like £2.50 off Amazon, and it does what it says. It's smooth, and it just makes the skin look smooth. So just going over where I contoured before with the creams, just to set it. And then I just take Benefit Hoola, because it's a little bit more cooler. And then I just go in the hollows of my cheeks, just to define the contours a bit more. And then I use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless powder in Fair. This powder is not that pigmented, so that's why I like to use it for this, just to buff over the whole of my face in little circular motions. Doing this will just make everything look really put together and seamless and make it flawless. So yeah, I suggest getting that powder. Next I'm going to be using the blush from Kat Von D in Hansel and Gretle, I think. I'm going to be using the darker side. And yeah, I went a bit OTT on the blush, so I was trying to fix it with that airbrush powder. And then I'm going to use Kevyn Aucoin highlight in Starlight, so it's a more pinky iridescent colour, but just highlighting on my nose, giving myself a little Tin Man nose, Cupid's bow, tops of the cheekbones, above the eyebrow. I like to highlight everywhere. I don't do it in small doses. I like to, you know, drench myself in it. That's just because I have dry skin. Now if you have oily skin, I would not recommend putting this much on, but yeah. I like to put on the apples of my cheeks as well, because I like, you know, my cheeks to look a little bit shiny as well. And then I'm going to take the translucent powder again and just put a light layer underneath, and then I literally leave it there for like 30 seconds, and then I dust it away just with that airbrush flawless powder again. And as you can see, it looks nice and flawless. If I leave it on there for too long, I just feel like it's really hard to buff out the line. I feel like it looks too harsh still. So 30 seconds should just about do it. And I'm taking some Cocoa Bay by Makeup Geek. It's a warm brown shade just to buff out the low lash line. And oh, yeah, if you do notice, I did put some lashes on and mascara. I'll leave them down below what ones they are. And then I'm going to be using MAC Stone Lip Liner, which is a cool toned brown greyish colour. And then for lipstick, I'm going to be using MAC Peachstock, which is a very warm peachy nude. I like mixing the cool tone and the like warm tone lip combo together. I just feel like it just makes my lips look bigger, you know. And then right on the centre of my lips, I put the Charlotte Tilbury Kim.k.w lipstick just to bring a bit of light. If you put lightness in the centre of your lips, it makes them look even fuller. And then you can set your makeup after all this. I don't really set my makeup on camera because I don't want to waste it. The one that's my favourite is the Urban Decay All Nighter. That is the best. It will like keep your makeup on all night. But yeah guys, that is basically the look complete. I hope you enjoyed and learned something. Please subscribe and like this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys. Mwah.